Hey, what's up? It's Nathan here with thebtccourse.com, and in this video we're going to talk about buying, selling, and sending Bitcoin with River. Now, before we get into the how-to instructions, I'm going to go over a few functions and features that they offer, but if you want to skip what I'm talking about right now and just want to get into how to buy, sell, and send, I'll have a timestamp somewhere around my head, and you can just, fast forward to that moment. So anyway, a little bit about River here. So it is a Bitcoin only company, meaning that you can only buy Bitcoin from them, and they have Bitcoin on their balance sheet and they just support the Bitcoin network. So that's something to note. If you're into Bitcoin and want to support a Bitcoin company, River can be a great one to support, at least in my opinion. So you can buy, like I was saying, buy, send, and sell Bitcoin through River, and you can also mine Bitcoin with River. So they do have some miners that you could buy, and basically, you would keep the miner with them. They would have it in their warehouse or whatever, their data center, and they would send power to it, and you would just pay, for that power, and they would send you the Bitcoin that you mine and so on. So, they host your miners for you. We're not going to talk about mining in this video, but if you're interested, it could be an easy way to get into mining. They do have 100% full reserve custody, so that means that they back your Bitcoin 1-to-1. They're not doing crazy leverage with it like Celsius or Voyager or BlockFi or anything like that, and they're not doing anything sketchy like FTX was doing. So you can rest peacefully knowing that your Bitcoin is safe and secure if you leave it on River. Now, of course, you probably shouldn't leave it on River, even though it is safe and secure. You should put it into cold storage, but in the time that you're building up to send it to cold storage, you could rest easy knowing that your Bitcoin is most likely secure. And also, they do have zero fees on recurring orders. So if you set up dollar cost averaging, you won't pay any fees on those orders. If you do a one-time order, you will pay like a 1.2% fee on that order, which is, pretty small. And another thing to note is that they have very low spreads. So the price of the Bitcoin that you buy pretty much matches the market price. Like some exchanges will have a high markup spread where they make their money. River doesn't do that. So if you're interested in the spread, River has a very small spread, and you can compare it to Strike or Cash App or Coinbase or Binance, and River is one of the lowest. So anyway, we talked a little bit about mining already. Coming on down here. So they do have an iPhone app, and the iPhone app is actually very good. It has all the same functions and features as the website. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the website, but the website and the iPhone app have the same, functions. So if you know how to use the website, you'll know how to use the app. And of course, they are licensed and secure, and I've heard they have very good support. So if you want to talk to a human or something like that, you could go ahead and reach out. I've not personally contacted support, but I've heard good things through the grapevine. You can also buy large amounts of Bitcoin as well. Like you can buy up to 100,000 or more. I think somewhere down here you can buy, if you want to invest more than $250,000, you can go ahead and contact them and they'll help you get on board. So if you have lots of money and want to buy some Bitcoin, you can do that. Also, you can set up entity accounts, so LLCs or trusts or other entities through a single unified interface. So if you're, trying to do something with inheritance or something like that, they help support that type of functionality. So it is as easy as signing up, linking to your bank, and then buying some Bitcoin. For larger investments, security with River is a certainty. So again, they back it 1-to-1. You can withdraw your funds at any time. We don't ever use or lend your Bitcoin. So again, you probably don't want to leave it on an exchange anyway, but if you do, this is probably one of the most safe and secure ones to leave it on. They also, like I was saying, they have the Bitcoin inheritance. So if you're interested in how your Bitcoin could be handed down when you pass on, they have programs to help you do that. And they also have a lot of information on Bitcoin as a whole. So if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin, how it works, the pros and cons of Bitcoin, well, they have a lot of great resources here as well. And a couple other things that they don't have listed on their website. They do offer Lightning Network support, so you can send and receive Bitcoin on the Lightning Network using River. And also, what I've heard is that they have their own on-ramp. So they've gone through the process of, networking with banks and creating their own on-ramp. You might have heard of Operation Choke Point 2.0. And basically, like, the banks are being cut off, or the crypto exchanges are being cut off from the banks. There's a whole conspiracy about that happening, and it is actually kind of happening. Well, with River, they've done their own stuff. They don't have like a middleman. Like they are the ones that you're depositing your money with. So they should not fall victim to any sort of choke point operations or anything like that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and log in so we can buy some Bitcoin and talk about selling it and sending it. So let me log in real quick. And so here I am logged into my account, and it's all pretty self-explanatory once you're logged in. So if we want to buy Bitcoin, we click on this button here, or there's also a button in the top right corner. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. And you can see we can toggle between buy and sell. So we'll go through the buy process first, and then we'll talk about selling. So anyway, self-explanatory stuff right here. So the amount of Bitcoin you want to buy, I'm just going to buy $25 worth of Bitcoin. The account, so I'm going to be buying it into my brokerage account, but if you had like an entity account, like for your LLC or something like that, you might have multiple accounts in your drop down here, and then your payment method. So when you signed up for your River account, you would have had to connect a payment method, and you would select the appropriate one right here. So self-explanatory fields. Now you might notice that there's no advanced order, so you can't do limit orders or anything like that. So just one thing to notice, a pretty simple, straightforward buy feature. Now here's that recurring order function. And so enjoy 0 fees for all new and existing recurring Bitcoin buy orders after the first week. So if you set up recurring orders, you won't pay any fees, after that first week. So let me switch that over real quick. So you can set different frequencies. So we got daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. So if you selected one of those, it'd buy Bitcoin every day or week or month. And then after you pass that 1 week threshold, you would stop paying fees on it. So could be good if you're working to dollar cost average and save a little bit of money. But in this particular example, I'm just going to do a one-time buy. So I undid that toggle. And I'm going to go ahead and preview the order. And so here's my information. So I'm going to be buying 0.000813999 Bitcoin. This is my account it's going into, my payment method, the price I'm paying. So you can see right here, the price I'm paying is 30,344.3, but the current price of Bitcoin is 30,303.95. So there's that little bit of spread right in there that you can kind of see, like $40 basically. So pretty reasonable. Now I am paying a fee. It's 1.2%. So I have a 30-cent fee. And now here's one thing to note. So the funds will be deducted from your bank account in 2 to 4 days. All right, that sounds pretty standard. And the Bitcoin will typically be available to withdraw 6 to 20 days after purchase. So that's kind of a long period of time. Now again, your Bitcoin is backed 1-to-1 within River. It's multi-sig security, all that type of stuff. But it is a long period of time. So if you're hoping to buy some Bitcoin and send it out of the exchange in that same day, well, you're not going to be able to do that with River. So just something to note, 6 to 20 days that you have to leave it here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click on buy. And there we go. So I just bought 0.000813999 Bitcoin. We'll go ahead and close now. So yeah, pretty simple buying process, as you can see. For selling, we come up here to this button. We click on sell. We can say how much we want to sell and then where we want the money to go. And we can preview that order. And you can see that there's another spread here. So the price is 30,132, whereas the actual Bitcoin price is 3303. So a little bit bigger spread when you're going to sell. Just something to note. Maybe you want to sell it somewhere else. I haven't really done any comparison because I've never sold any Bitcoin. But yeah, if you're trying to sell, you might want to compare, where the best spread is compared to fees and all that stuff. And you'll notice that there is a fee to sell as well. There's no like dollar cost average selling. So you're not going to save any money on fees by dollar cost selling. So anyway, 1.2% fee to sell your Bitcoin as well. So there you go. Again, not selling anything, but they have that function there if you need it. And then let's come over to transfer. So this is how you can go ahead and send your Bitcoin. And also you can send cash. So this is kind of something good to note. So if you wanted to send cash and just have it sitting in your account, like you could go ahead and deposit to your River account, and you could do a bank transfer, and you could send, some money to your account. And then if it's sitting there for those 6 to 20 days, well, then your cash is cleared. And then if you bought Bitcoin with that cash that had cleared the 6 to 20 days, then you could send the Bitcoin right away. So it could be maybe a good idea to put some cash in here if you might want to smash buy randomly and send it to to a cold storage device or something like that. So anyway, that could be a reason to deposit cash in here. And as you saw, I think you can go ahead and withdraw cash as well. So if you did sell some Bitcoin in your River account and you want to send it back to your bank account, you can go ahead and withdraw your cash as well. But we're going to be talking about transferring Bitcoin in this video. So let's go in here. So we can receive to your River account. So again, if you want to receive Bitcoin into your River account so that way you can sell it, you can do that. So I'm going to click on here real quick and do next. So this is the account that I'll receive to, and next. So we can do an on-chain transfer or a Lightning transfer, like I just mentioned earlier in the video. They offer Lightning support, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and do on-chain transfer first. And so it gives us an address. We have a QR code right here, and or we have an address right here. So pretty self-explanatory. If you know how to send Bitcoin anywhere, you would just go into your wallet and you would send it to this address, and it would show up in your River account. And so I'm not going to demonstrate that because hopefully you know how to do that, or I'll link to some other videos on sending Bitcoin. It should be pretty straightforward on how to send it, because yeah, if you're sending it to an exchange, it's because you probably brought it off of an exchange in the first place. So I'm not going to do that, but I do want to demonstrate the Lightning transfer real quick because this is kind of cool and might be a little bit different. So anyway, we'll go to next. So how much Bitcoin would I like to deposit? So 0.00001, and next. So it generates this Lightning invoice right here, and I can go ahead and copy it. And then I'm going to go ahead and load up my Lightning wallet, and I'm just going to go ahead and paste in my Lightning invoice and continue. And I can see that I'm sending 1,000 sats or 30 cents. I'm going to go ahead and pay that now. And there we go. Instantly, or near instantly, I have a successful payment, and you can see that River updated as well. So it received my 30 cents worth of Bitcoin. And so I think that's pretty cool right there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click on Done Now and come back over to Transfer and back to Transfer Bitcoin and Next. And then this time I want to go ahead and send from my River account and Next. And I want to send from my brokerage account. So here, it's only giving me one text field, but I have two different options. So I can send to a recipient's address or Lightning invoice. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do an on-chain transaction. So I have my hardware wallet over here on this other screen, and I'm going to go ahead and grab an address out of here, and I'm going to paste my hardware wallet address right there, and I'm going to go ahead and send 0.001 Bitcoin. So next. And it wants me just to kind of confirm the information, so make sure that this address is correct and the amount and the fee I'm going to go ahead and pay. So note there is a fee to send your Bitcoin on chain right here. And so it sent me a verification code to my phone number, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in real quick. And so there we go, my Bitcoin withdrawal has been initiated, so we'll wait for it to pop into my hardware wallet over here. But in the meantime, oh, and it just popped in. So they sent it immediately like they said they would. So there's my 100,000 sats on its way to my hardware wallet right there. So that was nice and fast. Good for them. All right, so I also want to talk about transferring with Lightning as well while we're here. So transfer Bitcoin and next. And I want to send from my River account and my brokerage account. And so my recipient address or Lightning invoice. So in this case, I would need to generate a Lightning invoice. So I'm going to come up to my Alby wallet, and the amount I want to receive is, we'll do 10,000 Satoshis, and this is withdraw from River. Create invoice, and I'll go ahead and copy it, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And so it gives me all the details, and as you can see right here, the Lightning routing fee is much smaller than the on-chain fee. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click on confirm. And there we go. So if I come back to my wallet, I can see incoming that I have a few seconds ago received 10,000 sats. So yeah, instantaneous withdrawal on the Lightning network, which is awesome. And so that pretty much covers buying, selling, and sending with River. Now I'm going to go over a couple other small things real quick. But yeah, if you're just wanting to see buying, selling, and sending, then you could probably leave this video. But anyway, let's look at mining real quick. So they have this mining option. And so mine your Bitcoin wealth. So purchase miners and receive daily Bitcoin deposits, an all-in-one solution where River manages the end-to-end mining process for you. So yeah, if you're interested in mining and having them do it for you, this could be, this might be a viable option. I honestly don't know enough about it, other than River is a respectable company and they're not going to do you wrong. So it might be something worth checking out, and of course I'll have links in the description down below. And finally, there's this option for earning rewards right here. So if I refer a friend, and you both can earn up to $10,000 when they buy Bitcoin or miners. So yeah, I'm going to have a link down below. If you're interested in joining River through my link, then I guess we can both benefit from that if you start buying some Bitcoin through River. But if you're not interested in going through my link or anything like that, that's perfectly fine too. I don't really care. I'm just throwing it out there because it looks like it could benefit both of us. And anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that. And or please check out thebtccourse.com. It's a free website with a lot of Bitcoin training on it. It's just kind of my passion project for fellow Bitcoin enthusiasts. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the day.